Good morning, great and wonderful Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My wonderful, awesomely awesome returning subscribers, may the peace of the Lord be with you all wherever you are. Amen. And those who are watching without subscription, I can only ask you for one thing and one thing alone. Go ahead and smack the red button, click the notification bell, so whenever we upload, you'll be able to get notified. On this very particular video, you are going to see P2B lecturing the Nigerian government and the Nigerian people that you don't have to depend your life on oil for you to be able to survive. There are nations that are thriving not because of their oil production, but because of their brain, because of agriculture, because of those things. But because you know that the Fulani are very lazy people, they can never see something like that. You cannot survive based on oil and gas. You have to develop the brain in your youth for you to excel and be able to compete with the world power. I want you to listen to this lecture and give an accolade to this man.
Look at what is happening all over the world. Today we are struggling with oil, sharing of oil money, sharing. Who is doing that? Even in America, that is the biggest country in the world, Texas, that is producing several more oil than we are producing. They're not the biggest state in America. The biggest state in America is California. And what does California do? Texas is not even number one. They're not number two. They're number three. Texas GDP today is 3.4 trillion. 8 times Nigerian GDP. They have no oil. What they're exporting is agriculture and knowledge. Agricultural materials and knowledge. That's all that is making them that cheap. Well, we are here fighting over a diminishing access that has since expired. Oil didn't save yet. Venezuela. Venezuela has 10 times more oil than Nigerian deposits, and yet that collapsed. And we're here fighting about oil. No country is talking about oil today. Vietnam, countries and nations are very. Look at the first land I saw when we arrived into here today. I told the people in Niger, you have 76.3 square kilometers of land in Niger State. Your Excellency, they can't feed themselves. They can't feed Nigeria. They don't export anything. Netherlands, with 33,000 square kilometers of land, if you minus water, exported last year a total of $120 billion worth of agricultural products, which is 8 times what we earn from oil. In fact, take Taraba State, for example, where we have Mandela, with all the vegetation that is there that you can use basically, the land exported flour, $5 billion. Flour that you can get for free here. We can easily. We don't even need to go far. Kenya exported about nearly $500 million worth of flour. Kenya. So let's not go to Netherlands and say it's first world. But Kenya here. Kenyan people that pick flowers are paid $100 a month. 60,000 naira. A minimum wage starts just for picking flower. That's all they do in Kenya. I went and saw what they're doing. That we can do here with effortless ease. We can grow coffee here. Today, everybody knows Vietnam owns, I don't want to call first world, because if I call Brazil now, they've gone where the second world, but Vietnam earns about 4 to 5 billion from coffee. From coffee. Ethiopia earned last year $905 million from coffee. Ethiopia. Yeah, we can grow coffee here. Is it tea? Is it tea? Sierra Leone can earn $1.4 billion from tea. You can grow it here. So what is wrong with us is just us investing money and focusing on what we can do. And the list is endless. Yes, Celeste, what we can do. People say every day, what are we going to do to fight crime? Fighting crime is very easy. You do two things to fight crime. Number one thing that is causing crime in Nigeria is poverty. You might like it, you might say no or yes. The more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. You can't have millions of people who don't know where the next meal will come from, and you think there won't be problem. There will be problem. It's the natural way of pulling people. It's happened in Brazil, in Mexico, in Colombia, everywhere. They've used pulling people out. In China, in Vietnam, in Indonesia. The more you pull people out of poverty, the more you reduce your criminality. The other one is natural. When you deal with natural one, because people have means of livelihood, you deal with support to your security agencies, which is renewable every year. And with this, you generate more money. Every day, Your Excellency, we say in this country, and we don't have revenue, Even when government said the revenue to GDP is too low, it has to be low. Because there are millions of people who are not doing anything. The more your people are doing something, the more your economy is productive, the more revenue you generate. You can't generate revenue from people who are not doing anything. It's a simple thing. It's been done everywhere in the world, and it's very easy, Your Excellency. It's not a case if you go, and where you generate the most revenue? In your youth, in young ones, in their productive age. You have to invest in them, and what do they need? They need access to capital and training. They have the ideas. They can change the world. It's not a sophisticated thing. Nigerian youths are talented. All they need is support. And it has to be government-determined support. It's happening in China. If you go to Indonesia, they have a particular number of their loans that go to small businesses. What changes the country is small corporations. Not by saying it the way we are saying it here. There's no money. They'll tell you, oh, every day here government support to small businesses. It's not true. The only way you will know it's not true is that go and check the total lending of all the banks. I've shared 2 banks. It's about 30 trillion. Out of which less than 5% go to small businesses. It cannot happen. Indonesia is written. 25% of all their loans go to small businesses. China is 20. They just increased it to 30. The consequence is that if you go to these 2 countries, if you go to Indonesia, 98% of the companies are small businesses. In fact, Indonesia, a country of about 250 million persons, their total employment is 140. Small businesses created 130 million jobs. Only 10 million is created by other people. In Indonesia, they even have Ministry of Small Businesses to support it. In China, look as China is. China today, all their productivity, all their GDP is about 60-65% for small businesses. The total employment in China is 800 million. Small businesses provide 60% of that, which is 540 million. So you must support this engine. It is critical. We are not doing that. What we are doing here is celebration, sharing. Nigeria, the only thing Nigeria has is sharing formula. Nobody can say anything. All that I attempt to ask you people is that we need to move this country from sharing formula to production formula. They cannot continue. We must move from consumption to creating wealth. Other countries have done it for the future of our children. It is critical. It is not something anybody can do. They can say, no, it's sophisticated. No. I've gone from one country to the other, studying. I just came back from Morocco recently, not up to a month ago. Morocco exported last year 40-something billion worth of exports. Not oil. And agricultural products, 8 billion. Morocco. Vehicles, car manufacturing, 10 billion. I can go on. Tourism, 3.something billion. That's what they have. That's in Morocco. Morocco is just here. So it's not as if this thing, you ask about power generation. This is the only country where to switch on your light, everybody knows how much power is being produced. Everybody knows whether national grid has failed or whether every other country just put light on and off. Here you must know everything. You must even be calling from government house, or calling the people who are in charge of the power company. No other country does that. Egypt borrowed only 6 billion euros, call it 10 billion naira. And within 2015 and today, Egypt have doubled their power generation from 26,000 megawatts to 54,000 megawatts. Egypt, they're not far. You go to, so we are number one biggest economy in Africa. We generate 4,000 megawatts.
Thank you for watching. If the video interests you, please share.